You're not the only one.
I'm sure you will as well.
No, I was thinking about Jamil Holt.
Oh.
Yes, he was here earlier on today looking for Celia as well. In fact, he's probably found her by now.
I see. Well, I'm glad to hear that there are so many interested parties.
Yes, I know it's helped her a lot through all of this.
Yes, I'm sure it has. Anyway, I thank you for your time, and I do hope that I have not disturbed you.
Not at all.
Return, would you please tell her I was asking about her?
Of course.
She can reach me at the hotel, if she likes. That is, if she's not busy.
Aren't you a little bit curious about Grant Putnam and Celia?
Not just at the moment.
I can't help wondering what his intentions are.
He's starting to sound like Celia's father.
Well, if I were Mr. Quartermain, I would keep an eye on him.
Can we continue this conversation some other time? I mean, I'm about up to here with it.
Sentencing really bothered you, didn't it?
It was the 15 years. It's too severe for the crime he committed.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Putnam said something to me today. Well, he said, was I concerned that just maybe justice wouldn't be served? Well, he was bloody right. 15 years isn't a just punishment for that kind of a crime.
Why do you think the judge was so hard on him?
Well, it was all the old prejudices resurfacing, wasn't it? I mean, he wasn't sentencing Grant Andrews in there. It was Andre Chernin, ex-DVX agent, enemy of the country. The point is, though, Chernon's long gone. Grant's now got to do time for him.
I'm so lucky. I never got a jail sentence for some of the less legal antics I got up to.
I don't want to think about that. Now, I thought today, there, but for the grace of God, go I. Or you.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It could have been me up there. Sitting back in that place, hearing a sentence of, say, 15 years come down, on me or you. I couldn't have stood that, Holly.
Well, you won't have to. Promise to walk on the straight and narrow. You don't have to worry about me. Celia is another story, though. I hate the thought of her being out there alone, especially tonight.
I wouldn't worry about Celia. I think she knows exactly what she's doing.
Still, you have to admit, 15 years is an awfully steep sentence.
Would have been life if his plan had succeeded.
I won't argue. Justice has been served. There's no point in questioning it.
Unless, of course, your name happens to be Grant Andrews.
I assume Jake is already working on the appeal.
If he's any sort of a lawyer, he is.
I'll get it. Hello?
Holly, this is Monica Quartermain. I hope I didn't call too early.
No, not at all. We've been out for a while. What can I do for you?
Well, we were kind of wondering, is Celia there?
No, I'm afraid not. Why? Is she supposed to be?
Well, I was hoping, but it seems that she's been gone all night. I mean, bed hasn't been slept in, and we haven't gotten any calls. Quite frankly, I'm a little worried.
Well, I'm afraid we're not going to be very much help. We haven't seen her since yesterday afternoon. She said she wanted to take a drive, something about being alone.
I guess there isn't much we can do. But would you do me a favor? If you do hear from her, would you please call? I have to go to the hospital, but it's Alan's day off, so he'll be here.
At the hospital?
Yeah, he'll be here.
Well, fine. We'll call you if we hear anything. Goodbye.
What's up?
Robert, I'm worried. Celia is missing. I don't like it.
I don't think there's any reason to be alarmed over it.
She was out all night, though. I think you should put out an APB.
You do, huh?
Yes, don't you?
As a matter of fact, I don't.
May I ask why?
Look, to start with, Celia's not going to like it. She's a grown woman with a reasonable head on her shoulders.
You're going to deny that she's been through an incredible amount of turmoil lately?
Sure she has, but let's not jump to conclusions.
So we just sit and wait, is that it?
That's it.
What about foul play? Maybe there's somebody after her.
Who, apart from her husband, could possibly be after her?
Ross, she's a desperate sort of a person, you know what I mean?
And that's a pretty desperate sort of a reach, in my opinion.
Well, it's just because I can't stand sitting around here not doing anything.
Look, it's all we can do. Wherever she is, whatever she's doing, she is not going to appreciate my sending out a platoon of cops after her.
No, I guess not.
Didn't she say she wanted to be alone?
Yes?
Didn't she say she wanted to work things out on her own?
Yes, she did.
Then she'll be back when she's ready.
But that's not going to stop me from worrying about her.
Well, I think you should find something to keep yourself occupied.
Well, I'm open for suggestions.
Okay. I know. We're having Lee and Gail over for dinner. Why don't you zap into the kitchen and cook your worries away? Or bake them, or microwave them, or whatever.
No, that's going to take only about an hour or so. I've got a whole day to kill.
Ah. I know. Visit Beatrice in the hospital. I mean, you know, the little angel of mercy and all of that.
Oh, Robert.
Well, didn't you say last night that you intended to visit her there?
Yes, I did.
Right. There you go. Great idea to get yourself out of the house.
You... Alistair, is that you?
Who else?
My favorite cousin, Alistair. Wonderful to see you after all these years.
And you, my little Holly. Oh, I shouldn't say little anymore. You've become quite a beautiful woman.
That's very nice, but I know you too well to trust your flattery.
A wise choice.
But what on earth are you doing here in Port Charles?
Visiting an old friend I'd heard was sick.
You, Beatrice?
Well, I hate to be the first one to quote a cliche, but small world.
You were to be my second stop, Holly. Oh, I'd heard through the family grapevine you too were living in Port Charles and had planned on looking you up next.
Well, looks like I saved you the trouble.
Imagine the coincidence.
Are you going to desert me, both of you?
Oh, you can stay for a while, Holly. Hey, help me to keep Beatrice company for a while.
Well, of course. That's why I'm here, to see Beatrice and also try and get my mind off a missing friend of mine.
Oh, that sounds serious.
Well, it isn't. Not yet, anyway.
Anyone we know?
Celia Andrews. Nobody's seen her since yesterday.
In Paris? Ah, now that was awfully exciting. Though I could have done better, I guess. My problem was Percy.
But what are you two talking about? Why don't you let me in on it?
Just catching up, my dear.
Have you?
Yes, I think we've just about caught up now, haven't we, Alistair? Tell me, how do you two know each other?
Oh, that's another chapter in my life.
We met on the Riviera. Yachting companions.
Oh, really? I thought you always had trouble with seasickness, Alistair.
I discovered the bigger the yachts, the smoother the rides.
He did very nicely.
How long are you going to be staying in Port Charles?
Well, actually, I'm not sure.
Oh, he likes to roam around, Alistair does.
He could be persuaded to stay for a week or two. I've nothing else going on in my life, at least nothing pressing.
Then I insist you stay with us.
Us?
Oh, Holly's married to the most divine chap. I don't think he's your type.
Nonsense. If Holly tied up with this chap, I'm sure we'll get along famously.
Well, then it's settled.
Now, mind you, 10 years of news is an awful lot of catching up to do. I have been known to wear out my welcome before.
I'll say.
Oh, don't be silly, Robert. We'll love having you. Do you have any luggage?
Down in the car.
Oh, good. Well, you can follow me home then. I hope you're feeling better, Beatrice.
That's all right, darling. I'm just waiting for the doctor's opinion.
You
know.
look as good as I remember.
Oh, flattery will get you absolutely everything you want.
I'll drop in tomorrow then.
Mwah. Mwah.
Get well sooner.
Thank you, darling.
You had so much potential, Holly. Well, that's what upset them all so much. Young, beautiful woman. I'd opened up whole new horizons for them.
Shame I wasn't the right girl.
But you were for a while. Their #1 girl.
Oh, no, not true, Alistair. It was Daddy's girl. That was the problem.